So this is Inventor video 2, creating a layout with dimensions. So now that you've finished your object, it's time to put it on a layout with dimensions. This is much different than AutoCAD. So we have this saved, and then we're going to make another new file, also in metric. But this time we're going to go down to the drawing part. We're going to pick ANSI millimeter IDW. Now when it opens, it's going to open to a really big sheet of paper. So we're going to have to make that, first make that a smaller sheet of paper. So this is a D size page. We go here to sheet 1, we right click, edit sheet. We're going to change this to an A size paper. Much better. We can fill out the title block as well, but let's just wait on that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our object into this page. So we do that by clicking base. And then you want to make sure here that the computer has hyperlinked to your assignment. If it hasn't, you can search and find the assignment. And then you're going to want to put your front view first. Now your front might not necessarily associate with the front on the cube, so you may have to rotate it until you get the correct view. But for mine, front is front. And then you go straight up from here and you click, and that produces a top view. You go to the right and it produces a right view. You go up in the right corner and it produces a 3/4 view. Right click. Before you hit OK, just make sure the scale is what you want it. In this case, 1:1 fits well. And then OK. Now what this has created is drawings with hidden lines in them. We want to change this view so that it's shaded. So we're going to double click this view and click on the shaded button and then OK. And then you can move your views as necessary, but they are going to stay lined up where they need to be, so you don't have to worry too much about that. So now we can just put on some dimensions. So we go to our Annotate tab. Just like we would in AutoCAD, we're going to put our center marks and center lines first. So the center marks are here, and we add them to the circles, and our center lines are here. You can use a center line. You can also use a bisector, which you click the two sides, and it creates a center line in the middle. And then we get all of these. And then you can start adding in your dimensions. So you have one dimension tool, a little bit different, starting with your overall dimensions, overall length, overall height, overall width or depth. Alright, so I'm going to move these down a little bit because it looks like they're conflicting. There we go, the dimensions move with it. Perfect. Now it's going to be up to you to put the dimensions on, so I'm not going to show you too much more, but I do want to show you a few special dimension features. One of them, excuse me, is a hole and thread. So you click here, you click the hole in question, and then it creates a whole dimension for you. Now if you're worried about crossing dimensions, if you put text into whatever it's crossing, the computer will automatically put a gap here. But what we can do is we could just move this out a bit. We can edit this dimension to have this on the next line. And then there's, not a lot of intersecting anymore. You don't really have to worry about that. But what this gives is it gives a diameter and then it gives a depth. And we also want to add the TYP. So that's important for our whole dimensions. The other ones, you might want to use a chamfer dimension for chamfer, where you click the angled line and then the front face, and then you get 5x30. If you do this and you get an incorrect chamfer, like maybe you click, I don't know, this and then this or something, just keep trying until you get the chamfer that you want. You've just selected the wrong lines. And that's pretty much it for special dimensions. If you want to edit them, you double click them, you type in the word. There's symbols in here that you can use if necessary. Concentric for one means that they have the same center. But I don't think there's too many on there that you're going to have to use. When your dimensioning is complete, then you're going to fill out your title block. And to do that, you go under your sheet and you go to ANSI large. You drop that down and open field text. Start by clicking your username and then click I properties. And then go to summary, and then you're going to change everything above this line, right? So you aren't your computer username. So you're going to give me your name. The title of this assignment is like, I don't know, Inventor Exercise 1. Subject is drafting. Manager, that's me, Mrs. D. Company is going to be Fraser Heights Secondary School. And then you'll notice that your title block automatically fills itself out with your name, the date, the scale. The scale is whatever you've scaled your assignment, the school, and everything. At this point, this is pretty much ready to go. You just have to save it, and then after you've saved it, you're going to export it as a PDF, and then hand it in on my PC. And that's the end of Inventor drawing Inventor layout video 2.